Standard 8114, know and apply the properties of positive and negative integer exponents to generate equivalent numerical expressions. In order to do so, we need to know some of the power rules here. Product of powers. Product of powers simply states that to multiply powers with the same base, you add the exponents. They have to have the same base. When they have the same base, you add exponents. Quotient of powers. Quotient means divide. So divide powers with, again, the same base. You will subtract the exponents. And then negative exponents, sometimes your answers will say you cannot represent with using a negative exponent. Here's a simple rule here. To rid a negative exponent, move the base and the exponent to the other part of the fraction. So if it's in the numerator, you move it to the denominator. If it's in the denominator, you move it to the numerator. And what you move is the base and the exponent. And when you move it, it gets rid of the negative exponent. So here's our first example. Simplify the expression 7/3 divided by 7/5 in two ways. The first way is in part A. It says simplify the expression using negative exponents. Okay, so we check it out. They have the same base. The base number is 7. When it's dividing, quotient of powers says that you subtract exponents. So I have, here's the first exponent that I start with, 7 to the third. And instead of dividing here, we subtract by the other exponent, which is 5. So we get 7, and we have 3 minus 5 to the negative second power. So express using a negative exponent. There, we have a negative exponent. Part B says simplify the expression without using any exponents. So here we go. Okay, when you're not using negative exponents, what you need to do is get rid of the negative exponent. So what we would do is make this a fraction. Okay, 7 to the negative second. To get rid of a negative exponent, you move it, right? So 7 is the one that has the negative exponent. 7 has a negative exponent, and that negative exponent is 2. That's in the numerator. We shuffle it down to the denominator. When we do, it gets rid of the negative exponent, so it is 2. On top, there's still a 1 left over, because we can really say 1 times 7 to the negative second. So 1 is still left on top. So we go ahead and simplify a little bit more. 7 to the second power is going to give us 49. So we have 1/49 there for part B. 2. Which of the following is equivalent to x to the third times x to the third? Well, product of powers. Multiply. It says when you multiply and things have the same base, your same base is x, you would add your exponents. So my exponent, the first one is 3 plus 3. I would get x to the 6th. And here would be x to the 6th. This will conclude 8114.